What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Slasher44, and today I'm going to answer the question, how good is rapid fire in Black Ops 3? And honestly, this is probably going to be the second most weird episode of this I will do throughout the entire Black Ops 3 How Good Is series, because this one's a weird one. This one's really, really weird, how it affects weapons, and certain weapons in particular. The other one that's really weird, I'm going to have to keep a secret, but in the next coming couple of weeks we will talk about it, but today's about rapid fire. So, in general, the way rapid fire works is it increases the RPM, so the amount of bullets coming out of a weapon, by 6.3%. So this increases the fire rate, makes it better. Now, 6.3%. Is not much whatsoever. In fact, there's this thing in Call of Duty called frame rounding, and this has to do with fire rate, and the basic premise of this, I'm not going to go too in depth of it, but the basic premise of this is if the RPM isn't increased by about 60 RPM, some people say 30, I think it's more like 60, you won't notice it. As far as visually goes, feel-wise, I kind of agree with the whole 30 RPM thing, but visually, you won't notice it until 60 RPM. What does this mean? You basically need a weapon to fire around 1000 RPM for rapid fire to really make a noticeable, very strong difference. So weapons like the Vesper, like the VMP, weapons like that are up in the 900 to 1000 RPM, this will work great on. Other weapons that fire around 500 to 700 RPM, no point in putting rapid fire on whatsoever. Now, as far as burst weapons and snipers go, these are out of nowhere for no reason at all different. First of all, for burst weapons, it doesn't screw with the fire rate, it screws with the burst delay. What burst delay is the amount of time in between the 3 bullets coming out of the weapons, or 6 bullets coming out of the weapon, or whatever. The amount of bullets coming out of the weapon, the time in between. Now, as far as this goes, the M8A7 is decreased, yes, this is decreased by 19%, so the burst delay in between decreased by 19%. That's actually pretty good. This is a stat that this is a gun you might actually want to use this on. That being said, I think there are better attachments for the M8. The XR2 is decreased by 12%. That point, you don't need to use the rapid fire. There's no point in putting it on the XR2. That 12% just isn't good enough. Now, another one is the Pharaoh. Now, the Pharaoh is, I think, the best weapon to use rapid fire on. It decreases the burst delay by 21%, and this attachment just makes the weapon better. There are very few attachments in this game that really just simply make a weapon better. This is definitely one of them on the Pharaoh. Now, as far as snipers go, snipers just increase the fire rate by a certain percent. So, for example, the SVG 100 increases by 31.5%. That's amazing. That is absolutely fantastic. Pretty much on every single sniper you're going to use in this game, you'll want to use rapid fire. For example, the Locust, 47% faster. The Draken, 43% faster. So, as far as rapid fire is concerned, to answer the question, how good is rapid fire? On pretty much every weapon in the game that's an automatic weapon, you're not going to want to use it unless it's over or around 900 to 1000 RPM. In that circumstance, you do, but most cases, like take the Vesper for example, 1200 RPM, so you're going to increase your fire rate by about 100. That's awesome, but at that point you just lose control of the accuracy of that weapon and it doesn't work out. So most of the time on fully automatic weapons, you're not going to want to use rapid fire. That being said, on almost all the burst fire weapons and sniper rifles, this is a great attachment, except for that XR2. Don't use it on that XR2. Everything else, definitely a viable option. So, on the Pharaoh, on the sniper rifles, put on that rapid fire and you'll do very, very well. So as far as a rating, a grade, I would probably give this one a C, simply because there are so many weapons in this game that it just does not work on. That being said, if we're talking about snipers, this is an A+ attachment. So, I don't know. I don't know the way you want to look at it, but that's the information. That's all I can give to you on rapid fire. I hope you found this informative. If you did, a like rating would be super fantastic, awesome. Those are the only, for some reason, adjectives I can think of to describe that. And check me out on Twitter, link in the description. That's the best way to stay in contact with me. Subscribe for new Call of Duty videos every single day. And until next time, guys, peace out. Bye.